now we're going to determine the molarities of the sucrose solution using the dilution method. So we want to find the final molarity of 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5 molar by identifying the volume of the stock solution in terms of milliliter and also the volume of the distilled water. So how do we find this? So we need to look at the formula for the dilution method. So the formula is M1V1 equals to M2V2, in which M1 is the molarity of the stock solution that we made earlier on. The M2 is the molarity of the sucrose solution that you need to prepare. So this is the one that we want to get. Okay. So the V1 is the volume of the stock solution needed to be taken. So basically the one that we need to identify in. And the V2 is the final volume of the solution needed to be prepared. So at the end, how much do we want? So now let's look at the step-by-step process and how to prepare the different molarities. So first things first is remember the M1 is our molarity of the stock solution, 1.0 molar. M2, okay, the 5 different molarities, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5 molar. Okay, so at the end we have a total of 20 milliliter of solution, that's the V2. And the V1 is the one in which we want to calculate the amount, the volume of the stock solution. So let's look at one specific example in how to prepare the 0.1 molar sucrose solution, in which we rearrange back the dilution method formula, in which we want to achieve to get the measure the calculation for the V1. So V1 equals to M2 times V2 over the M1. So once we rearrange that, we substitute all the information that we already have into the formula, okay, in which our M2, remember, is the 0.1 molar of sucrose solution times 20 milliliter, that's the final volume of our solution, over 1.0 molar of our stock solution. So at the end, the volume of stock solution needed is 2 milliliter. So based on the calculation we just did, for 0.1 mole of the sucrose solution, we require 2.0 milliliter of the stock solution. So what we need to take note of is that pure water, when the molarity of the sucrose solution is 0, we need a volume of 20 milliliter. Okay, so remember 20 milliliter is the final amount of volume for our solution. So 20 milliliter minus 2 milliliter, and so the volume of distilled water needed to produce 0.1 molarity of the sucrose solution is 18. Okay, so now with that in mind, you can calculate all of the other molarities of sucrose solution from 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5 by just substituting the M2. Once you get the value for each of them, you can just minus 20 minus all of the volume of the sucrose stock solution, and you should get the volume of the distilled water needed also.
Okay, now you need to use syringe to prepare the different types of sucrose solution. After you make your calculations according to the table given in your lab manual, so you need to take about 2 ml of sucrose and put it into 0.1 molar. Drinking glass. Okay, so now you need to dilute the solution with tap water. So we need to prepare a final volume of 20 ml solution. So for the first one, you need to add 18 ml of tap water to make sure the concentration that the solution mix well to make it homogeneous. Okay, so you have already made dilutions, different dilutions. So for 1 molar sucrose solution, so you have already prepared 0.1 molar, 0.2 molar, 0.3 molar, 0.4 and 0.5 molar of sucrose solution. So we have 5 different sucrose solutions.